OBS just disconnected for some reason.
Again?
It happens sometimes.
Did the stream just crash?
I passed you the scroll, Blandina, because it's an arcane scroll, and it just makes gibberish sound.
Yeah, it says the stream isn't up anymore.
I mean, it's back up. You just have to hit refresh.
Ah, Roger.
And we're back. Refresh soon. Okay. We have long table with like, rotten food that's just sitting there. But yeah, you guys are in a hold. There is a tied up dwarf outside, and you hear outside just like, what the hell? What do you guys got in here?
Is that Ding Dong Johnson?
Oh, Ding Dong Johnson.
I go and drag the dwarf by his ankles and drag him in here.
You guys ruined a good thing.
As I bring in,
we ruined nothing.
Yeah. You can sense he's pretty evil dude,
And you can see that all his wraith friends are all dust.
We'll leave you these saddles. What do you want to do with me then? We'll leave you these saddles.
These burnt saddles.
Are the saddles on fire? One of them is cooking. Yeah, 4 good saddles left. You guys burnt the fire.
Yeah. You ever have a hot seat before? Here, sit in this saddle.
You guys gonna torture? Gonna torture the guy? Okay.
So I turn to Mirren and go, "This guy doesn't deserve to live."
Iron Maiden.
Yeah. Interesting.
I'm just chanting Iron Maiden in the corner.
So he may be evil, however, there's no proof that he's done anything to the town that I can see. He may have, kept these undead, safe and cozy, but he's accomplice.
There's one way of finding out. We'll basically keep him tied up. We're going to go back to town. And so
you get the sense that they're standing outside and they're waiting for him. There's a guy out, you know what I mean? They're like, we'll deal with Mulbar, or whatever his name is. Mulbar.
They see fit.
As we come out, we'll say,
this house
the
is
undead
clear.
that was here are destroyed. You no longer have to live in fear of these creatures from this keep.
They're not necessarily clapping or getting super excited. You can tell they're kind of still in shock after they've been living like this for probably 20 years, for generations.
Narrated adventure keeper. How do you buy saddles?
What do you mean, how do you buy saddles?
I mean, who talked them into buying saddles?
Molnabar, he was just kind of in between and sent a message down to Tribor. Yeah.
Okay.
But we need to talk to some of the villagers and explain to them what happened and find out some information about how long this has been going on, and is there anything else, because we'll be leaving soon, but is there anything we can do?
There's a gentleman named Carrick. He decides that he's bold enough to talk to you, and he lets you know that the castle's been stood here for roughly 200 years at the edge of the forest, and no one's been the wiser. People will come through and then either pass by, but no one has had the courage to actually go in there and face 5 whites and destroy them. We didn't have spiritual lawnmowers to go in there. 5e.
Well, the keep's now liberated, so I guess somebody can move in there if they want. Start lording over your town and make sure that it's taken care of. But
apologies for the fire, but
Where are you
know.
guys headed? What brought you to Nonars?
Delivering saddles.
Delivering some saddles. Well, I guess they're yours now. Then they pass you guys 5 really nice saddles amongst the loot that you guys have. But
I mean, I guess we could take the saddles. We've got the horses.
You've spent the time looking at this equipment, and you've realized that the chainmail is the mariner's chain, or mariner's armor. The potion is a potion of water breathing, and the cloak is the cloak of the manta ray.
What about the
Was
parchment?
the
Find Ray and give him his cloak back.
Rope trick.
Rope trick.
Let me just write this down a minute so I've got this on our sheet. So, potion of water breathing.
Yep. You found various. You noticed as well spread across the table. Various wooden chips as well, and they all have a duck on them.
How many wooden chips are there?
5.
Grab all of them. I don't know what. That's
that's what I'm
probably
saying.
good at the drunken duck.
That's what I said. However many there are, I'm going to grab whatever they are.
And you noticed
Was
that
there
you've
any-
had one of these chips before.
So how many did we get?
5.
5. Cool. As I turn to these people, I turn to our friends here and go, I'm a bit concerned. First of all, I apologize for my behavior. I thought that they were different undead than that, but a win's a win. However, we are in the middle. Well, we're on the borders of the high forest. Quite away from anywhere that would require this much underwater gear. There's the cloak of the manta ray that allows you to swim and breathe underwater. The mariner's chainmail allows you to breathe underwater with the chain. The cloak of water, the potion of water breathe. What's around here that could require this level of? We're land bound. We're not. There's no sea around here or water that I'm aware of. I call it the map.
Yeah, I see. Maybe they like swimming in the swamp. I really don't know. If you want to go delve in the swamp, see if there's something underneath it, maybe. But as of now,
Yeah, just...
and then these coins, what are they doing with them? Why did they have them? That's the question.
Why is there?
There's some villagers walking by, kind of making eye contact, and
Are they?
listening to you guys kind of talk. And,
You're free.
well, there has been some visitors, but they went into the forest. They came from the west. Some they're they look like him. Look like half orcs, and they turn into boars, and
Did you say
they
boars?
moved into the and they moved in. They went into the forest. They're in search of Uthgardt barbarians, but we think they've been blighting the forest. Nothing good has become from the forest. The animals they've been more skittish. The hunts have been bad.
Alright, so we got more those cultists like it.
Yeah,
Maybe it's
absolutely.
I turn to our guys and say, but the plan was from where we are now was to go across into the high forest, into the grandfather tree. Is that something we still want to be doing? It's off the road. It should keep this ring away from the fire giants and away from civilization.
I think we should definitely still go towards there.
Because the only reason we're going to the grandfather tree was that map that we got sent from the other team to say that this was some giant relics there.
Yeah.
But what do we from what Tamlin was saying, this grandfather tree is rather important to sort of rangers and druids and
Giants alike.
Kotor, I know you've got your I noticed your amulet you were saying earlier. Do you know anything about this tree?
I will have to roll. Is it history?
You do history, religion, I guess nature also, if you want to do that as well. It's very, it's like it's definitely up your alley. Whatever.
17.
Yeah, you know that there's a massive tree with enormous amounts of power. You weren't the type of person who really wanted to be part of the Emerald Enclave, but you do have a sense that a lot of their, if they had a capital city, it's somewhere in here, and you heard about the Shadowtop Cathedral.
Okay.
But you know that, like, you're just getting a weird vibe with your primeval sense or whatever, that something's out of whack.
Okay.
But that you probably should, you know what I mean? Like, maybe you could check it out. You do know that the grandfather tree is one of the artifact spots.
So I'm gonna mention all of the party.
Yep.
And then I feel a duty as a member of the Emerald Enclave to kind of rebalance this. So I'm gonna try and talk the party into, helping me to go balance the force.
Well, we were heading that direction anyways. This is even more of a reason to go.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's got
Also-
three things going for it, so why not?
Yeah, talking to the villager, he said that there had been some half orcs had come here recently. Where did those half orcs came from the west? Where did they leave to?
They went to the east into the forest. They went straight east into the forest, almost as if you were to skirt the northern edge of the forest, but they went like straight in towards, anybody can find the grandfather tree, but it's been hundreds of years since anybody in this village has gone there. Stories and, little kids have a book, and like, you just don't go there because even the druids in the like creatures around that would become hostile. There are tribes that live around it that would become hostile.
That makes sense. It's just because obviously we've ran into those types of people, and if they are heading towards the grandfather tree, we probably need to. Sorry, I my mind's all over the place. There's been a lot happening today. How long ago did they leave?
Must have been, and they look around like maybe a 10-day ago. A 10-day ago they came through, and then shortly after a woman with a bow, a lot like his, ran, like didn't stay, just basically, on her horse, just rolled straight through the village nonstop, straight into the high forest. So that's the only activity we've had. So maybe 5-10 days ago was when that elf came through, and then you guys.
So it's not something we could. If it was more recent than that, I'd probably say we need to go faster to see if we can get there. But they're way ahead of us after 10 days.
Yeah. No catching up to that. Okay.
No, that's. I sort of make my excuses, and I sort of go and wander just on my own for a little bit to sort of get my thoughts and
The perusing the loot that we got, recollecting that I've had one of these chips before, try and dig in my memory and be like, what did I have this chip for before? Using what skill?
An insight or perception, or you can study it.
Try and dig into it. Well, they're both +0, so it doesn't matter. Do insight and be like, what did I see before? As I'm just, bringing one of the coins, just like, try and recollect.
It looked like some seedy looking dude flicked it at you as you guys departed the Drunken Duck.
Way back. What connection do they have to Drunken Duck? That's...
Did I write anything down from that? 'Cause that would have been session 1, right?
Yeah.
Right off the jump. So,
It's a different looking duck than the Drunken Duck symbol. It just, you know what I mean? It has a duck's head on it.
very similar.
But yeah.
Counterfeit coins.
Interesting fact that is a kind of a coincidence, but yeah.
Well, maybe when we're a bit more around, more people, we can discreetly ask if anyone knows what these are.
Yeah. Okay. Right, well, thanks, Carrot. So thanks for talking to us, Carrot. So to the grandfather tree, huh? You know where that's at?
No, you don't, but this is definitely good, ranger in time. Like, there is no trails. There is a trail called Jumtar's Pass, but it heads, it's going to go through the forest in a different direction that's not going to head you straight to the grandfather tree proper.
Okay.
That you'll have to probably break brush.
Okay.
They're like, it's probably in the center of the forest. It could take 4 or 5 days easily.
Sweet. Well, I think what we should do then is go back. So we'll have to break a lot of brush. So maybe leave the horses.
Before we leave the keep, by the way,
You can get them through. You can make your way with the wagon through this place. There's these shadow top trees that are high. There's like needles and things like that, but the coverage, you know what I mean? Like once you're in there, you can see a ways. But there's not a lot of light that breaks through, but it's temporary.
Tim,
I mean, what?
when we were in that keep, what weapons and stuff with metal did they have lying around? They have long swords.
Yep, 5 long swords. And we'll say another 25 gold pieces worth of metal.
Okay, cool. Thank you. How much are long swords worth these days? I have no idea.
With the main sword.
I think your 25 is great sword 75, I thought. Wait.
15 GP for longsword.
Oh, good.
All right, so
Not too gracious.
I'm gonna talk to the party. Know that about 5 days travel, we can bring everything,
Okay.
and I can get you guys there.
I like it.
Maybe,
All right, so another. What's that?
Maybe if we obviously, because the Emerald Enclave are one of the big factions in this area, they may be able to assist us with this ring as well.
Potentially.
Yeah, could be.
You guys want to take a long rest here in?
Yeah, because then I can study rope trick and put it into my old spelly book.
Okay.
Actually, to be honest, guys, it's been a couple of days now since we had that run-in with the fire giant. I think we need to go at least travel half a day into the woods, camp in the woods, and stay there. We're away from this place then, just in case the fire giants do decide.
Yeah, because we'll be
That's
the
fair.
second day that we.
Yeah.
So, yeah, good point.
I don't want to be near, because look, these guys have gone through enough. To be fair.
Yeah, I don't want to have another problem.
Yeah, they look really shell shocked. You don't get the sense that even you'd have to pretty much stay here and work this town it's going to be a while before they even get out of their pattern of life to be able to realize that they can move around. You get the sense that they got superstitions packed like pretty bad. It reminds you of Barovia, if you guys have ever heard of that place. They seem pretty bizarre.
weirded out.
This town would have been really tough for level 3.
That's fair.
But in terms of a side quest, yeah, it was a worthy side quest. So you guys leave, you get along, you guys go in like a half day, you set up camp inside the high forest. Shadow top trees are starting to emerge. That just like go up and up for almost forever, where there's probably another ecosystem at the top of these things, and it's very calming to you where you're at. Is your favorite terrain as well? Yep. So you get the sense where you can lead Daryl and Daisy through here, pretty well. You make it for the half a day, and you guys settle down for a long rest, where we'll pick up next time at a long rest complete with who wants what, so we don't have to at the beginning of the next sesh. You got a clip.
I've got everything added to the bag of holding, so if you just tell me who takes what.
Okay. And you guys can equip whatever you want. Yeah, go ahead and read Neil, or Poison, go ahead and read Gwen. Everybody's got names. Read
guy over there.
Yeah, didn't mean to dox you. So just
Alright, no.
add a mariner's armor to your stuff if you'd like.
Alright.
I'm adding 600.
then-
I'm adding 600 gold to my inventory, and then immediately subtracting 20 to pay for transcribing the scroll into my spellbook.
Yep. And then we'll start next session figuring out how to navigate and get to the grandfather tree.
Cool.
Thanks everybody for watching. We did 2 combats. We went 9 hours without combat, and then we did nothing but combat. Take that.
Cool.
I think Gary Khan's on.
Yeah, Gary Khan or the Bacteria. Either one.
Oh, yeah, we can raid the Bacteria.
Let's go check out the Bacteria then, and we'll see everybody next week.
Next week for I don't know where we're heading the Golden Fields, right? Next week.
Yeah. It'll be March. Holy cow!
It'll be March. We're marching to the Golden Fields.
Well,
all right. Lame Tim.
Have a great week, and we'll see everybody next week.
See ya.
Thanks, Dave.
Bye.